Good morning, everyone. I'm still waiting for whomever wants to join us this morning. We're standing in this morning for Roger, Canadian Drone Hub. He had to go run some errands this morning, and he asked if I would come on here at 9 o'clock because he knew that a lot of people looking for the Canadian Drone Hub in the morning. So here we are. We are live. We'll just have to see who pops in. Nobody in the chat at this point. I know that I'm expecting a couple of different people to possibly be able to join us this morning. John Donardo and always Herman Green, the infamous, famous New York Herman Green, who is one of the founding members of those guys. So I know there's been a lot of up and down weather lately. Everybody, of course, is waiting for spring. I am too. But every day that goes by, we get one day closer to nicer weather and springtime here in the northern hemisphere. So if anybody would like to join in, please let me know. Any comments? Corey Mono, how you doing, Corey? Well, we're here alive. And as you may or may not know, Roger is off today. AZ Drone Dude, hey, good morning. How are you? Yep, we're here sitting in for Roger, who had to go run some errands this morning. And I invited a couple of different people to come on here this morning with us, and we'll just see how that goes. Anybody get any good flying over the weekend is what I would like to know. You know, the weather has been good here, but as most of you know, I fly the bigger ships in the Great Lakes, and the Great Lakes closes down the shipping season from about towards the end, the third week to the end of January until about mid-March when they open it up again, because the Army Corps of Engineers does maintenance on all the lock system throughout the Great Lakes. So the ships don't have free ability to go around and deliver their cargoes. It's kind of shut off. So Corey, are you working today, or are you at home? Or getting ready to go to work? This is officially, I think, the last week that you can comment on the proposed FAA rules and regulations. Since there's only 29 days in February, that means up until the 1st of March, which is Sunday. Oh, okay. It's nice to be home, you know? Yep. So AZ Drone, you're out in Arizona, I take it. It's really early out there. 9 o'clock East Coast, 6 o'clock West Coast. But that never stopped anybody. Some people are early risers and some people are not. Um, when I was younger, I was not much of an early riser unless I had to. Then as I get older, I don't sleep as much, so I'm up and down all night long. John Coopy. Hey, John, how you doing, my friend? He's working from home as well today. I know John does programming, I believe, which is great. Oh, you did? Oh, Corey Mano's got 5 screens on the desk, 2 laptops, and 1 desktop. Atta boy. Yeah, Mia's a little screwed up today. She's like, what the hell are we doing? I just fed her. And she is kind of trying to figure out what the heck's going on this early in the morning for her, because she usually is lounging. But she does get up and go out early, but then she usually heads back to bed. But I had to work on a chair this morning. I'm not able to sleep in a bed. So I have a power lift chair. I used to have a lazy boy, but I had this lift chair. And so I was using it. And about 3 o'clock this morning, all of a sudden it went bing, bang, boom, and the back dropped a little bit and twisted. And so I said, oh boy. So I got up, and the back of it moves like this now. So I slept for another hour or so on the end of the couch next to me. I think she kind of liked that. But then I got up at about 7 o'clock and I started moving around the house and decided I'd look at that chair. So I flipped it up and looked, and one of the bolts that holds the brackets, there's 2 bolts on each side, sandwiched the wood back between these 2 brackets. One of the bolts, kind of a key one, I think it's the bottom one where it angles back, sheared the head right off. Must have been a little bit loose. And so I had a hell of a time getting that out of there, and ended up vice grips and working it and working it and working. Finally got it out. Just about 20 minutes ago. So that'll be my chore this afternoon, is to go to the hardware store, and I want to get a good hardened bolt to put back in there. And I'll tighten up the other 4 bolts that hold the back on. John DiNardo, did you get my invite? I'm going to go over here and check. I didn't get any no-go returns. So I'm going to send it again, John. And while I'm over here, I guess I might as well send it to Herman again. I know he's not that, he usually doesn't show up right early. You're my early guy, John, because I know you get up and going early. But I'm going to resend it to Herman as well. And I'm going to send it to, let's send one to Lawrence too. Forward to Lawrence. And we'll send one more off to because he said he would. I'm going to forward it to yeah. So let me get back over here so I can see the chats. Builder 710, good morning. Newfound Loan Productions, hello, my friend. I hope all's well. Yeah, I'm waiting on my panelists, John DiNardo, Herman Green, Lawrence, and possibly Hadley from Hadley's famous FPV. Because I know Corey Amano is working. I don't think he would be able to. Corey, if you want to come on, I can send you a link. I think I have you. But I don't have as big a catalog of individuals as Roger does, as far as email addresses and everything. But yeah. John, did you get the link all right? JDS is in the house. What most of you may or may not know is John DiNardo is going to be on Wednesday night on Coast to Coast Drones. He is the special guest for, he's going to tell everybody what they need to know about Skydio too. John was lucky enough to get one, and he's been diligent going through everything. And I know Bill got one at Coast to Coast too, but the featured guest is going to be our one and only Mr. DiNardo. John, do I have your regular email? I was sending it to the shop email. Let me take a look and see where it is it's going. It's not being bounced back to me. I'm sending it to John DiNardo, proauto7@comcast.net. Is that not correct, John? And it's regular email. Well, John, you're the expert. You know, anybody has any questions when John gets on here, you can ask him about Skydio, because John is now become the front of the class on the Skydio. 2. I sent it again, John, so. Did you refresh your email screen? A lot of times I have to refresh mine until it pops up. Yes, John Coopy, I agree. With John on there, Mr. Donardo, you're going to have a good show. That's Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, John. I would try and send it otherwise, but I've never sent one like on Facebook or that way. Good morning, Hugh. How are you doing? Yes. Yep. Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. The featured guest will be Mr. John DiNardo on Coast to Coast Drones. And I think the promo says the Skydio 2 is landed with John DiNardo. Hugh, if you feel like you'd like to come on for a few minutes, let me know. I can send you the link. I'm just sitting in today for Roger, who had to go and take care of some tax stuff and some other things. And he's going to be going on again later today, I think at 5 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, on Canadian Drone Hub. So he turned the morning over to Studio B. Ta-da. Yep, that's what the promo says. Yep. Let's see. Hello, John. Hang on a minute. I got to. All right. I don't know how to send it to you on Facebook, but we can do it however you want to do it, John.
Give me the meeting ID name or number.
Okay. Do.
And you have the regular thing muted, right? So they can't hear you.
Yeah. Hey, Hugh is here.
Good morning, Paul. Good morning, everybody
Yeah.
in chat.
Hey,
And John is here too. I was on the phone with John, giving him the info. Evidently, he didn't get the
I
invite.
never seem to get his emails. I don't know why. Something's wrong there.
Paul made me I had to give him my credit card and $20. I don't know, man.
So, did you send out a group email, Paul?
Well, I sent out a group, and then I sent out you 2 more singles.
All right.
So you should be getting like 3 of them.
I should be, but
I
they
only got one.
don't seem to be coming to me for some reason. Every now and then, I don't know why. But my email's working because I just got other emails on that account. So it's my work email. I get emails all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you getting ready for Wednesday's big reveal?
I can't believe I remember Bill asking me if I wanted to go there and watch it, but I didn't realize I was on the show.
You're the main entree.
I guess. I know a little bit about the Skydio. I know how it flies and everything. And yesterday I went out, ran 3 batteries through it. So.
Oh, cool. So Hugh, did you get any flying in over the weekend or anything special?
No, I haven't. I haven't been flying in a few weeks, but this week I think I will.
Oh, good.
Weather's looking good. Really, really good here.
Well, the thing of it is the weather's been halfway decent here, but as you know, Hugh, all I fly is ships, and
Right.
the shipping is down until about the middle of March. So
Yeah.
I'm going
Hey,
to give it a shot this year.
Hey, Hugh,
Yeah, what's up, John?
on that email Paul sent you, does it have my email in it?
Let me check.
If it does, just blast me off an email from that. Let's see if I get it. It's strange.
no, I sent him a single.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Well, I know his email works. Send him my email address. We'll see if he can send it to me. Because that's no good if I can't get your emails.
If you want to send me your email address, John, I can resend it to you. Asgard Studios North at gmail.com. Oh, there we go.
Let's see what I can do here.
I haven't been out flying, but I am going to go for a walk today, Paul. It is so nice here. It's about 6 degrees. So,
well, that's what we had yesterday. It got up to like in the 50, 51 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
It was sunny, and it's like, oh my gosh, it was nice. But then, starting later today, it's going to go to rain, to ice, and snow, with accumulation up to 6 to 8 inches.
hashtag spring is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it just doesn't make it makes me want, I want spring. I want spring.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert, I sent you a link too if you wanted to come in. If you got it. Even if you don't want to come in, Robert, let me know if you got it or not. I sent it to your email. So I'm trying to figure out, is it my email? Is it what is it?
It's funny coming on these live streams. I don't look in the mirror too often, but I realize I need to trim my mustache. I'm like, damn, I'm looking pretty surly.
Well, John's starting to look like that guy. It's on the front of that. What is it? Where you put it on and it makes your natural hair color come back.
Oh,
What's that product, John? Where you put it on and it?
Oh, the beard
darkens?
stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on the
Beard.
camera angle.
Yeah, you look like that guy.
Yeah. So it's Asgard Studios at gmail.com?
Asgard Studios North at gmail.com.
North.
Yeah, I've got about 15 email addresses because you can never have too many, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Except when you go to try and find something, then you got to go email to email. because I've got 3 or 4 too, and it's like, oh, maybe I'll check this one.
Problem with some of my old email addresses is they belong to websites that I no longer own. And so I can't access them, right?
Okay, I just set it to gallery view. Is that somebody? That's what everybody wanted. Okay, Rojo got his.
Gallery view.
So
Yeah.
John, don't
I'm
feel
the only
bad.
one that's not getting them for some reason.
And I got a notification just before you called. Lawrence is on his way to meet up again with Herman, and they're going to go fly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, because I sent them each a link as well.
Realty job. Cool. That sounds like fun.
Well, he works. He's the information officer at a military base, and so when
Rojo
he says that's the realty job he's talking about. He gets all. He's the information, so he gets all the phone calls when people complain about the jet noise.
Gotcha.
But he does other things there. But he just got assigned. John, do you remember you got assigned that like last fall or something to take over?
Yeah, something along them lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did send the email. Hopefully it went in there right.
Didn't see anything yet,
On
John.
this one, I'm using Windows 10 mail, so I typed it in wrong and it wouldn't let me do nothing with that email. So I had to delete that one and
Got it.
put the email in right.
Okay, so did you want me to send you something? You want me to send you Paul the detail from Paul's meeting stuff?
You got my email?
I got your email.
Well, send me an email back. We'll see how quick it takes me to get it, because that was pretty quick.
Yeah, the outgoing mail is really fast. We'll see how the incoming mail is.
Yeah, I'll see if I actually get it. Maybe there's something wrong with my email server. Or it's just
It
blocking
works.
calls. Oh, I got it.
Bada
Howdy.
bing.
Yep. Real quick. So it's something, I don't know, Paul, maybe my email's typed in wrong or
Yeah,
something.
AZ
Doesn't-
Drone got it. He said what my reference was to that product called Just for Men.
just for me.
I think John's too young for that. Come on, he doesn't look that old yet. Give him some time.
53.
Oh, okay. You're looking young. No white
Yes, he
hairs.
does.
That's pretty good.
I look young in the camera. If you see me close up, I'm not as young looking. Plus I lost all this weight, so I look
Good for
totally
you.
different.
How many pounds is it up to now?
Like 170.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. I'm-
Holy catfish. Good for you, man.
oh yeah, I was hefty.
I could do with losing that myself.
Not as hefty as Michael there. He's lost like one of me.
Yeah, Philly.
Yeah, Philly Drone Life.
He's lost like 300 pounds or something, hasn't he?
Yeah, 200 anyways, I know of, yeah.
Maybe it's like 280 or something.
Hmm.
But yeah, he was.
When he was in jail or whatever.
I'm just
they
trying to
were.
get where I can walk. I used to, do hikes of 3 to 5 miles. I'm just trying to get back where I can hike and walk every day.
Oh, I used to jog and everything, but what happened, I got bad arthritis in both my knees.
Yeah.
Now I'm not even supposed to walk. They want to change it. But now I lost all the weight. I've been walking around. Like yesterday with the Skydio, I was having it follow me around the field and everything again.
Nice.
But it's,
Hey, Corey Mono, is that better set? Did I get it right on gallery? Because otherwise, speaker view, everybody pops in and out, and a lot of them like to watch all 3 of us, or 4 or 5 or.
yeah, it's in the screen. It's that way right now.
Okay.
I'm watching it on this screen.
Yeah, that was stupid of me to ask. I could just go over and look at the Facebook. Give me.
So
Maybe
what did you do to
YouTube.
trim down, John?
What?
What did you do to trim down since you couldn't run or walk or anything like that?
I got hypnotized and I went on a protein-based diet.
No kidding.
October of 17, I started, and like the middle to the end of 19 is when all the weight really started coming off. It was like gradual, and then you gain a little, gradual, gain a little, gradual, down. Then all of a sudden it just went down and down, and I gained a little and then down again. Now I'm in the gain a couple of pounds, lose. If I gain 2 pounds, I lose 5 pounds by the end of the week.
Good.
I'm
So
still
you're
on the
whatever
diet.
this is?
What was that?
You're still on this diet?
I am for the most
Maintenance?
part. I don't eat any carbs, so I don't bread, and I don't eat any sugars. So I don't have any fruits either, because fruit's just sugar. So I drink water and black coffee. I have been drinking some light beer, Michelob Light, because it has like 2.5 calories in it.
Yeah.
Or carbohydrates in it. I started adding some cheese to my diet and stuff. So before it used to be meat, fish, chicken. You can have it fried but not breaded. Vegetables, but you have to eat more meat, fish, or chicken than you do vegetables. So if you have
Really?
a fistful of vegetables, you got to eat 2 fists full of meat
Wow.
to counteract the effects. And it seemed to work for me. So I've never had a problem going to any restaurant and finding something I can eat. Either people
Yeah,
freak out about
sure.
that. You
Yeah.
just order a hamburger. If they include the bun, you take the bun off.
Yeah.
You just eat the hamburger, lettuce, and all that stuff. You know, and we have a Five Guys. I don't know how big the chain is.
Oh, love Five Guys, man.
Now they offer to wrap it in lettuce, so you can
that's
have any
awesome.
of their hamburgers wrapped in lettuce.
That's awesome. You know what I found a recipe for last night? I don't know if you guys have had PF Chang's. Their lettuce wraps. Oh my God.
Oh
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I eat a lot of that kind of stuff. I also introduced some mayonnaise into the diet now too. So I'll have chicken salad. I almost have chicken salad every day. And I found some other things I can have that are like potato chips, but they're not. They're freeze dried, like bean pods and stuff like that, with different flavors on them. I've eaten them. Those are a little off the diet, but not crazy. And I've been on a diet for so long. I went from a 48-inch waist to a 34-inch waist. So
That sounds good.
I'm happy. Now I
That
just got to
sounds
firm
good.
everything up.
Do you think the hypnotist started you off good?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, she's retiring now too. And people are freaking out. I've never had to go back for
A redo?
yeah. A lot of people just don't get it, and they're freaking out online because they have their own Facebook, a private Facebook page. But I don't go on there much, because what I've realized over the years is each person gets something different out of her when she hypnotizes you. So the diet isn't exactly the same for everybody. So the stuff I did in 2017 and the people she did in 2019, the diet's totally different. They call things different names. I was supposed to stay on the diet until I get to my goal weight. And then I eat a loaded potato or something along them lines, starchy, have all sorts of carbohydrates in it to go off the diet, and then eat normal sized meals and everything, regular meals. As soon as your pants start to fit tight, you go back on a diet again. You're supposed to do that 3 times, and then your body knows what weight it's supposed
That's
to be
cool.
at.
So you get to that set point.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, I don't know exactly how much I weigh. I haven't stepped on a scale since October of 2017. I have been, but I don't know what it is. So my girlfriend usually weighs me and she'll say up or down, up or down.
Gotcha.
You know how many pounds. So I don't know exactly how much I weigh. I just know the inches around my waist have melted away.
That's good. Good for you.
And the thing about it, the reason I asked about the hypnotist, I know that they can't hypnotize everybody.
No, but she picks you out right away and refunds your money. And
Well,
it's real expensive now. It's like
here's my
$1,200.
experience. I went to
Holy
Yeah.
catfish.
For 3 sessions, it's $1,200.
I went to a hypnotist. Oh, this was quite some time ago. I'd say back in the 80s. Went to a hypnotist, sat down to be hypnotized, and all of a sudden I started seeing, had visions of hell and brimstone and
Jesus.
the devil and everything else. and
Yeah,
I
bad
became
hypnotist.
violently ill, threw up all over the guy's office, and he ushered me out and says, "No charge, no charge."
He accidentally started performing an exorcism.
Right.
He told me, he says, the only thing I can tell you is you're 1 in a million. Do not try this again.
Yeah. Different hypnotists do different things. Some people can get, she's not really, and she tells you, and she does some things on the stage that you just know she can't be doing unless she does. She passed around wine bottles and we all looked at them. They're real wine bottles. And she was up on a little platform, and she's autistic also. So she freezes up every now and then. So she's an autistic person also.
Yeah.
So everything has to be in its right place. If it isn't, she gets all jittery and all that. And she has assistants that help her, and she freaks out.
I know when that happened to me, John, I shocked the hell out of him. And this guy was like in his 50s and been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
And he was shocked. He never had anything like that before.
So one of the things she does with these wine bottles, she has one of those, a big piece of Tupperware with this thick plastic in it on the floor in front of her stage. She kicks off her shoes and she walks down. She has a little headset on. She's talking to everybody. She goes, "This is the gimmicks that everybody tries to play, but I'm going to show you that it's more of a mind over matter thing. I'm not going to stare at the audience. I don't want anyone to talk or yell or anything, make any noises." See those wine bottles, they pass them all around, and two of her assistants take them and they smash them with a hammer into that plastic thing. And she steps right into that, crushes around with her feet. And then she has her back towards us and she steps out, and you can see the glass stuck to her feet, and she brushes it off, puts that foot down, brushes it off, walks back up on the stage, puts her feet up and crosses them. And then that was it. She says, "Sometimes I get cut, sometimes I don't, but that's a mind over matter that, hypnotists can do if they're real hypnotists." That's like the people that psych themselves out when they run through the fire and everything. It's the same, along the same line. Some people can do it, some people can't. So she did stuff like that. And then, she's looking at 70 people. Her class went from 9 people when I had tried it years ago to 70 people at once. And you had to sit in a certain way. And she could tell if you weren't paying attention. She'd be looking over here and she turns and says, "You're not paying attention in my class. I told you to, watch me." Or, she just knew everything that was going on. She's like in some kind of trance almost, And when she's talking, she's kind of talking about nothing, but she's moving her hands and she's doing stuff. And so she's the real deal. And a lot of people take her diet and kind of think, "Oh, that's the keto diet." Well, it's not, because you can't have nuts. You can't have all sorts of stuff that you can on a keto diet. And the keto diet is exactly that. She's actually a licensed nutritionist and everything. But she made up her own diet that was approved. And, it's more like the Atkins diet, if anyone ever heard of the Atkins diet.
Well, it worked for you, John.
It's working for me. It worked for thousands. She literally had thousands of people she's done. They come from all over the place. But now she's retiring. She's only doing refresher classes.
Yeah, if there was just a little pill we could take one a day, and it would just take care of the whole thing without even thinking about it.
Well, there probably is, but the government would never let you have it, because then everything blows up. Now people live longer. The insurance companies can't, handle all that living longer. Social Security would run out. There's lots of factors that people don't even consider of why the government does stuff. That's why it's not a good thing to have big government. But that's for a whole nother story.
So, John, did you get the Skydio out over the weekend?
I flew it 3 batteries yesterday. I'm going to try and edit a little stuff and video. I'm not really ready to go on a live stream from home.
Oh, you're the man, I tell you.
You're blowing it all out of proportion.
They're advertising.
I didn't really get roped into it. Maybe I didn't pay attention to his invite. But it said, "Would you like to be?"
I guess next time, John, you'll say, Okay, I'm happy to show up, but what is what?
I'm gonna relook at his.
Yeah, in
Ooh,
fact,
Oh yeah.
you see it? John Coopy posted it the other day.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
I would like to invite you to Skydio night on drone therapy, February 26th from 8 p.m. Eastern time till we all get bored to talk about the Skydio 2. Thanks for your invite. I will put it in my calendar. I just came inside from flying my Skydio 2. I do not like it at all at first, but the more things I do with it, the more I'm liking it. So that's what our whole conversation was. I didn't realize I was on the panel. And I didn't realize it's like I'm the only one on the panel, it almost looks like.
Well, yeah, you're the key one on this week's advertising for the Coast to Coast. But you can handle it, John. You're the one most analytical person I know when it comes to, because you go through everything with the mechanic's mind. You know, it's like, why does it do that? Why does it do that? And
Yep.
that's great, because most of us guys, I don't know about you, Hugh, but I kind of just peruse the first couple of pages of directions and I figure I got this, you know.
That Skydio 2, you should really read that manual that comes with it. I can't stress that enough. I'm one of them guys like to figure it out yourself. But now there was some people yesterday telling me to connect your phone to the Skydio and then to the beacon, but I said that was wrong. And then I rewatched Billy's thing and he does it the same way I do it. You connect the beacon to your Skydio to get the range, and then your phone to the beacon. Then you can control it either way from your beacon or from the phone at the same time. But you can't, and you don't want to connect your phone to the Skydio and then the beacon to the Skydio. You just can't do that. That's not the way to do it. And I proved that yesterday.
Yeah, Paul, I'm one of those guys that, I don't read the manual first, but what I do is go to YouTube and find a video on it, watch that,
Oh, I did that.
then try it.
I did that, but there was a few things like when I first got it, I didn't have my Sims card here with me. Well, I did, but I didn't realize it was in the car. In my bug out bag, you know, I always kept one in there just in case something happened when I was flying any of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I have it here and I charge up the battery, the controller, the beacon, the whole 9 yards. So the first thing I ran into, it doesn't tell you when you're charging the Skydio batteries. It does tell you got to charge it through the Skydio, which that should be a big no-no. They shouldn't have it like that. But they don't tell you to take the gimbal guard off. So you should take the gimbal guard off because that does center itself. Coast to Coast told me about that. I'm like, Jesus, I wouldn't think it would do that, but it doesn't do it right away. It has to get satellite lock and all that stuff. So I'm in a building and it was sitting there. And of course, it's not getting GPS or anything. So it didn't calibrate itself.
Yeah.
Once I did it like out here in the shack where it's not a metal roof, yep, all of a sudden, like 20 seconds in, boom, that gimbal straightens itself out per se. It's never straight, the gimbal, by the way. So it's on an angle when it's sitting down there and it's on. When it flies into the air, it centers itself and everything. That's another, I did see that on some of the people's, you know, questions on their website and stuff, on their Skydio stuff, and people were answering them. Yes, that's normal. But that Skydio gimbal sometimes will be straight, but it doesn't have to be straight after it calibrates itself. Once it gets in the air, it figures itself out. It does have this is going to be the whole thing that I'm going to talk about tomorrow night, but that's all right. Or Wednesday night. But it's good that I get it out first. So
Hey, you get a practice run.
Should we throw out some hard questions?
Yeah, sure.
Well, so in a nutshell,
I need hard
Mr.
questions.
let's Hugh and I'll pretend we're the chat on there.
Oh, I missed the chat, guys.
And we'll pretend we're the chat on Coast to Coast Drones. Mr. Donardo, so what is your impressions of the Skydio 2? Is it a universal drone for everybody? Or as some people have stated, is it an action drone and that's what it's made for?
Well, compared to other drones out there, because there is some good inexpensive drones coming out, it's definitely not for the first time drone operator. You could have it as your first time drone, but I would definitely get the accessories for it. It is easy to fly. It's a different style of flying. So maybe it would be, if the more I think about it, maybe it would be a good first time drone for somebody, because it's a whole different way of thinking. So if you're a DJI or any of the other ones, Typhoons, the Egg, whatever it may be.
And there you go. So the Egg, you like that.
That was on
Power Egg's pretty cool.
one of Captain Drone's thing. If you want a good drone in 2020, the things used to be $1,400 or whatever. You can buy them for $369 or whatever. He says,
The big Egg.
break it, you might as well throw it out. But everyone's trying to blow their stock out of it. But it's a good drone to get into for.
You know, the big. He's talking about Hugh, the big football egg. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Well, you can get those. You can get those now on
B&H
several
Photo
sites.
for like $336 or something. But anyways, let me get back to the Skydio. The Skydio, you know, I should say it would be a good one for a beginner's drone, because now you're not tainted with the DJI stuff or anything else, because those need to be controlled by somebody. Even with their fancy little trackers and this and that, they need to be controlled, and you need a controller or a controller and a phone. And when you're used to being in total control of what that drone's doing and you jump into a Skydio,
holy sh!
Yeah.
So in essence, John, what you're saying is if you've never flown before, you won't miss what you don't know.
Right. So it might be a good thing for a first time to get into a Skydio, especially if they want to use it for what it's for. If you're an outdoorsy person, and you ride a bicycle or a dirt bike, or you're out in Jeeps in the desert, you know, stuff like that, you throw the thing up in the air, you're going to violate every single law that they have on the books, because you're not in control of that drone, number one.
That's what I wanted to find out about, John. What are the implications there as a responsible pilot who wants to fly within the law?
Then don't buy a Skydio, because it's impossible to fly by the law, because you do not keep it in your line of sight. You would have to have somebody with you watching that drone with the controller. Now you're not the pilot anymore, because that thing's going to follow you on its own and avoid, and it does avoid stuff. Now I was just walking slow yesterday.
Yeah.
In the park, I went to a big open field to try out all the, you know, dronies and the spirals and the tornadoes and all the fancy stuff it does. If you get it so it has a camera lock on you, the thing's pretty darn good. If it loses that and it goes into GPS mode, the camera doesn't face you. So now the thing's going to track you, but the camera is going to be wherever the hell it thinks it is, and it's avoiding all the stuff that's going on. And
again, that's one of the reasons I was always so excited about the sub 250 gram or 0.55 pound category, because you don't have to have a spotter, right? So something like the Mavic Mini, if it had more of the capabilities of the Skydio to follow and track, it would be a non-issue, because you know you don't have to keep it in line of sight necessarily.
It would be, but they're changing all them laws coming right up here.
Oh yeah.
So no matter what
happens,
I don't see how the Skydio, unless they're gonna make a little tiny blurb in there for the Skydio owners only, since it's an American-made product. And the IA is pretty good on the thing.
Is it actually American-made or just American-designed?
It's made in the United States. Everything's done in the United States. Yeah, in California.
That's actually pretty cool.
According to everything that I see here, everything is in the United States. Parts might come from everywhere else. But, you know, and I don't know, and I should know what processor's in it. But if you watched any of the early videos, it's all made in the United States.
That is pretty cool. There's not much made in the US these days.
Let's see what I come up with.
Even my pocket knife, I have to go up to like a $200 Benchmade to get one that's USA made. Which
So
I
it
do.
says, where is the Skydio made? Skydio factory. Many companies rely on overseas manufacturing, but the Skydio makes its own drones at its headquarters in Redwood City, California.
That's awesome. That's an expensive freaking place to make drones though.
Right?
Hey, Redwood Shores. That's where I used to work there. Not cheap.
Nothing.
Well,
in
John,
California.
maybe you can find out for definite sure. I've heard, yes, it's an American company. Yes, they assembled in the United States, but the parts come from.
Well, that's
All over
irrelevant.
the
right?
world.
Parts always come from everywhere, right? It's like making a recipe at home.
Well, yeah, and I
Canned
get that,
mushrooms
but
probably come from China.
there's some people that are under the idea that it's all American-made components, parts, and everything.
Well, we make things like integrated circuits and whatnot. We make very few of those in the US because they're very,
We design them in the US and China steals them. That's what happens.
yeah.
Most of the stuff is designed here in the United States, even for like the Apple iPhone, all that. And then it goes over to China. Any company in China, this is what people just don't get. Every single company in China has somebody from the government in that company that takes every design and gives it to China, gives it to their government. Their government has labs that redesign that and repurpose those things for military use continuously. That's why, again, I don't want to get into politics, but all these dumbasses in the United States think China's just this beautiful ball of luxury over there, but it's not. They're
I can
criminals.
corroborate what you're saying, John. I worked in R&D in the late 80s and early 90s. And you guys have heard of Huawei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bell Canada, I worked at
Don't mention that
research-
around Roger.
what's that?
Bell Canada. Bell
Yeah,
Canada. he's
Bell
mad at
Canada,
them.
Roger.
I'm talking about the research arm of what was called Bell Northern Research. Anyway, we designed the telephone switching systems that are the backbone of the internet. And we did a joint project with Huawei. Well, about 9 months later, Huawei comes on the market with a bunch of switches. And I'm talking, these are
Right.
multi-million-dollar racks of equipment.
I remember that.
$5-10 million a pop.
Yeah.
They come out with identical copies of ours.
Yeah.
Even the manuals were identical with the same typos.
Yeah.
They'd reverse engineered all our stuff. They ended our partnership and basically stole a bunch of our stuff.
And they do it continuously.
I do it all the time. And, so that's firsthand. I don't know about every company, but I can tell you I've been involved with a company where it did happen. And that was a long time ago, and they still do it. So, but I think everybody knew that going in. It's kind of the price of doing business. You understand
Right.
that this is going to happen. You've got to
But
find.
they don't
a way
let
to
us
deal with
know.
that,
Yeah.
Yep. So we're here today. We're kind of standing in for Roger, Canadian Drone Hub. Roger's off doing some tax things and some other errands he had to run today. So he asked if we wouldn't come on here and kind of give everybody some place to land if they were looking.
I think he's out picking up chicks with his new car. That's what I think.
I'll tell you what, he likes that car. Did you see he posted a video yesterday
did.
of it?
Yeah.
And he's loving that car for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
But
So
he'll be on later today, I think at 5:00.
Oh, wow.
So the Skydio uses an NVIDIA processor,
NVIDIA, okay.
and only 44% of all the stuff made by NVIDIA is done in China. So it could possibly be made at their headquarters in Santa Clara, California.
Yeah.
The processor itself. They do make them in the United States. So Hey,
Morning, Robert.
Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you all today?
I gotta get
Gentlemen.
together with Robert on a private chat, and I gotta have me install this OSB or whatever it is,
OBS.
OBS?
and get it running so I can, stream some of my Skydio video without delays and all that crap. Maybe
I'll
when
give
you're
you a
free.
thumbs up on that, John.
maybe tonight or tomorrow night or something. I don't know if you're available.
Yeah, I should be able.
We gotta hitch up and we'll
He's
do a Zoom thing.
because he's the star on
I can't
this
believe I'm a
week's Coast to
star of
Coast.
anything. I can't believe I'm a star of anything, but
Yep.
holy
he's the star Coast to Coast, so he needs to have OBS. So when he screen shares it,
I'm gonna have to.
But right now, Paul, he
Yeah.
is the star. But
oh
at
yes,
home, he
Yep.
is the god.
there you go. That's right. Yep, because
Oh,
He's got
because
that halo up
we
again.
see
Oh,
the
it's
halo
awesome.
exactly.
Well, I'm gonna bring
How
my
you been, you? I haven't seen you in a while, man.
yeah. He was on today. Yep. He
So,
asked
okay.
you how you doing,
Who asked me how I'm doing? I'm doing fine. Whoever's asking.
That was
Robert.
me,
Robert.
Doing
you.
well. Doing well, Robert. Getting by, bud. How you doing?
Not too bad.
I
Not too
lost
bad.
the chat.
Trying to get over a cold.
Well, I
And
finally got
I
my
told-
desk,
I-
set up. So.
I told Hugh earlier about you get all the complaints about the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I can't name names, but I got a call the other day. Lady said that the F-16s did a sonic boom, and it blew out both of her furnaces.
Oh, for crying out loud! Give me a break. Give me a break.
So they were going straight up above her chimney.
They must have, and it blew
Give me
the
a break.
pilot
Came
right
down
out
and
of it.
blew it out inside the house. Yeah.
Oh, blew it out as in just to extinguish the pilot light.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It said it. She
Okay.
said it
Yeah.
Blew it
caused
up.
both of her furnaces to go out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Did I,
okay.
did I tell you they cut down all the trees across from my house? I'll have to video this one of these nights. And every Wednesday night they do night,
Night maneuvers.
yeah. And now when they take off the F-15s, I can see the flame out the back, right standing in my kitchen. You can
Nice.
see all the flame coming out the back as they're taking off.
As a plane guy, that would be awesome for me. I would love that. That'd be
Yeah.
I'm a plane guy, but I can't, my mind has, over the years with the chemicals and everything, I can't remember squat. I have a hard time remembering everything. That's why it took me so long to send you an email this morning, because I had to write down, the correct spelling and everything, and then punch it in my computer to send it to you, because I can't just remember it anymore. But that's why I want to retire soon, so I can still have my
You're getting
mind.
old, Robert or John. That's
Yeah.
all it is,
Well,
And yes. Yes,
yeah,
you.
and Paul too.
So
But John's got a plan though. John's going off to the Caribbean on a private yacht. I mean, it's going to be lovely.
That sounds good.
Launching the drone right off the yacht,
Yep.
having the
Yep.
Skydio follow
That's
him
why he
wherever he
bought
goes.
the Skydio. Be off the yacht.
Well, I'm wondering about the Skydio, how it's going to do, because most of my stuff in the spring and summer is all done over water on a river. So we'll see how that works.
Well, John, in the settings, since you've been delving deep into the manual on that, does it have a place where you can turn off the return to home point not being where it took off from?
No, that's all you have to do. When you hit return to home, it asks you to the phone or beacon or.
Okay,
Where it
okay,
took
so on
off from.
Skydio
That's
does it, because I know on our
And I tried it
DJIs,
yesterday.
on the DJIs we just set it that way all the time, or
It's
you
very, very basic. It asks you where it took off from or your phone.
can. Okay,
And I tried it both. I let it zing yesterday. I walked out about a half a mile with it following me and doing all its crap and happy stuff. And then I stopped and I said, okay, go
Return
home.
to-
And it comes up with the window. I said, okay, where it took off from. And that thing takes off and heads there and it's only up about 20 feet, and it goes extremely fast as it can go to that home point.
Nice.
Wow.
So I stopped it just before it got to the home point, and I said, okay, now I want it to come to the phone. And that thing zipped. It doesn't even turn around, by the way.
Backs up, huh?
Mm.
It just, whatever way the camera shoots back. Because remember, there's no compass in it. They designed it without a compass, so it does not know north, south, east, and west. It just
Now,
knows-
in the settings, can you set the return to home altitude?
No, you can't.
Oh,
set-
that's scary.
No, it avoids everything. Yeah.
Almost. I've seen it clip branches, but pretty good. I gotta say, it's probably the best. It's probably got the best collision avoidance of any drone on the market, I would say.
I got a guy coming. Remember, I told you I had a meeting coming up. Let me just mute for a minute.
Okay.
I got to ask him a question over there, and I'll be right back.
Yep. So, Robert, what are you up to? Anything new or?
Well, I got a call this morning. A lady wants me to do some realty for her tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
260 plus acre farm.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Robert, is that a model of an aardvark?
Yes, I
Love
used to
your
work
head, okay.
those.
Okay. Love planes.
Used to work on those.
Yeah.
Long ago and far away.
They
Yeah,
retired,
so
retired most of those from the U.S. inventory, haven't they?
yeah, I think they're actually retired from the Australian Air Force by now.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
really?
Australian, they used to have the F-111G, I think. Yeah, they used to have the F-111G. I believe it was the G.
Good looking bird, that's for sure.
The thing was a tank, that's for sure.
You know what I was watching last night was the new Project Blue Book, which is all about aliens and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's also, it's kind of cool to see the old
recording
jet
that,
fighters
by
from
the
the
way.
50s and 60s.
Yeah.
I've been recording it. I haven't watched it yet. The blue book that they have on TV.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
it all recorded, and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to binge it over a weekend or something.
I watched the original. I don't know if you guys saw that in the 70s, late 70s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yep.
I guess they've renamed it. It used to be called Project Blue Book in 78. Now they call it Project UFO for the older version, apparently.
Of course.
Mm.
So
So I
my
was trying to find a
guys,
way to download it.
the guys here that I saw him pull in, that's why I had to call over there. For my meeting at 10 o'clock, which he's on time. It's 10:03, and he's been there for a couple minutes. So I'm going to have to jump out of here. I told him to give me 5 before he came out here. Any other Skydio questions I might be able to answer?
No, John, you did real well because you're going to have a plethora of questions, and they're going to want to pull on your experience and knowledge because it's so in depth.
I got to
that,
hook up with Robert here because I think he knows best that OBD stuff or whatever.
OBS.
I knew it was wrong. OBS.
OBDs, yeah.
OBDs for my car. OBD2, OBD3.
There you go.
UCAN network, all that crap. So
you'll be back, John?
I'm going to try to get back. Yeah, the meeting shouldn't take long. I'm just going to throw them out anyway.
Okay.
Robert, do you have my email?
Yeah, I think I do.
It's the Pro
I think I do.
7 one. Pro Auto 7.
Let me look real quick.
I know Hugh has it now, and Paul has
Got
it.
it.
Paul can
I
see
have it too. Yeah.
I will add you to contacts, sir.
Well, you could always put it right in the chat, John.
Could. It's on my YouTube page if you click on for
Yeah,
business
okay.
only too.
Pro Auto 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at Comcast.net.
Yeah, I got you.
So maybe if you are available, if you don't mind, maybe we can go over this OBS stuff if you have any time between now and Wednesday. I don't know if I can get it running between now and Wednesday, but
Yeah.
I'm going to use my computer at home. I'm just going to set it up upstairs instead of down in my dungeon that's down there that I still haven't finished cleaning yet.
Well, yeah, he wants to have the halo effect, see?
No, I'll set it up in a different room
Oh.
there.
I like the halo effect.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I got to figure out where to put it because I'm going to hardwired into my router because I don't want to network it Wi-Fi because I want the full potential of all my
There you
internet
go.
power. So
There, John, I sent you an email.
let's see if I get your email. I got the one from Hugh right away. So, yep, just like that, Paul. I don't know why I don't get your emails.
I sent him 3, Robert. 3 of them.
Yeah.
Still
Robert, how
hasn't
are you
got
getting
it.
that little Facebook icon spinning on your feed?
Huh?
How are you getting your little Facebook
That's the
icon spinning?
OBS stuff.
That's OBS.
Because
That's
you're
why.
streaming from OBS.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
realize.
Yeah.
That allows you to do all kinds of
Yeah, and
neat
I can
stuff.
do
In the
can dump the
thumbs.
thumbs.
Yep.
So he can play video too. Instead of the camera, he can
Go.
bring up his video, and it's flawless. It doesn't.
Yeah,
jitter.
I've got OBS. I just didn't realize I could join Zoom through OBS.
Yeah, you use there's a plugin on OBS called Virtual Camera,
Oh,
and it's downloadable off of their website.
oh, I'm gonna.
And
have
you
to-
can add up to four different virtual cameras, and then you use that camera in your Zoom.
Okay. You know, I had some really strange OBS crashes yesterday. I'm on a Mac. No reason at all. Just every time I open it, crash.
Oh yeah.
I had to uninstall it, so I'm gonna have to try installing it again today and see what happens.
Yeah, and I can go to my outside camera.
Hey, isn't that good quality camera, Hugh?
Which,
You see on his live stream there?
yeah,
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
Okay.
good.
You get to
that's-
see all the wildlife that goes running across the screen. It's
you
pretty
could
cool.
get a pair of those in Amazon. Well, I don't know what Canadian is, but US. See, he put in there's his friend.
Yeah.
OBS put it in there. You can get a pair of those cameras for what is it? $34, I think.
47 on Amazon.
47 on Amazon.
I have the Blink XT cameras. I've got a couple of those.
That's a good
Oh,
one
that's
there.
awesome.
How he's playing videos and stuff, and he's throwing
Yep.
stuff.
That was cool.
I'm gonna have to do that.
I don't know if this will work.
I'm gonna send you back a email with all my
There.
stuff on it.
Let me see my Xbox.
Yep. That's his Xbox is on live too.
Zip file. Okay, where's the zip file?
And then I can
Then
can
you
have
can
it-
split screens and
split
Oh.
screen and all that.
I don't know if I can learn all that stuff, but I can at least learn how to stream live video. for the
Robert,
video.
you're the master.
Hey,
I see what
I'll
he-
tell you who helped me out is Kurt Dart. Kurt Dart really helped me
Curtis.
out with it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
he's always doing stuff like that, so I figured I'd ask him if he has the time.
well, yeah, and what is it the program you use for the flames out of your head and all that stuff, Robert?
Oh, that's Snap Camera. I
Snap.
haven't used that in
You
a
gotta
while.
sign up for that stuff. I'm always nervous about that. But
Yeah, that's one of those things I use my fake email account for. I have
Right,
a
I
fake
gotta-
Yahoo, a
I
fake
have a
Yahoo
couple
email.
of
That,
those, but
Yeah.
now all of a sudden I'm using them for stuff. It's like, oh, jeez. All right, let me call over there. I'll get the guy coming out here, and then I'll have to sign off.
Wow, OBS is working today for me. That's good.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a resource hog. When you got a lot of stuff running on it,
Yeah.
it can bog your system down. So
All right, once I see him walking out here, I'll.
What OBS is real heavy?
yeah, it's a resource hog. Yeah.
That's all right. That's why I'm going to put it on the computer at home. That should handle it. It's a couple years old, but just upgraded the video card in it like last year.
If you got 16 mega RAM on your computer, and an i5 or better, it should run it just fine.
I put it together
An
with
i5
17
processor.
and I had the best of everything, so
Yeah.
it should be all right. Stupidly expensive. We won't do that again. And I say that every time, but
Yeah, I'm still thinking about building my own.
well, that's what I did. I put it together, but if you buy the latest and greatest stuff at that time, in a month, it's not the latest and greatest.
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly.
You just wait 2 months, the stuff that was the latest and greatest is half the much.
What it was. Yeah. Yeah, because just when I get my list down on Amazon, I'm watching YouTube.
Something
I'm like,
else comes
oh,
out.
that looks better.
Oh,
Then I'll
this
put that on the
motherboard's
list.
better because it doesn't have the
Yeah.
glitches that this one had.
Yeah.
Oh, great. So yeah,
Mm.
over there making phone calls. So
If this virtual cam only works with Windows.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Oh, you
doesn't
got a
work with
Mac?
oh, you got a Mac?
Oh,
I don't think I don't know.
Is he allowed on your stream with a Mac computer?
what's that?
I don't know if it. I
Oh,
couldn't tell you that it will or not. You.
oh, that's okay. I'll figure it out.
They must have a plug-in for, you know,
Yeah,
Apple
a
stuff.
version.
Apple's, great for all that stuff. So
Yeah.
No, there's no virtual webcam solution for the Mac. Okay. Oh well,
Oh,
no big deal.
there's always YouTube. You can search it on YouTube. Try and
Yeah.
find out
Yeah.
how to
they'll
use.
show you how to
OBS.
either put something
Well,
on
see-
it so it'll run a Windows.
I've got a unique problem. The new Catalina operating system is purely 64-bit. It won't run any legacy 32-bit
Yeah.
applications, which some of the OBS stuff was. So
Some of the OBS is 32. Yeah.
So you have to put a simulator on there and run it through the simulator.
Yeah, that's what
Simulator.
Robert taught me about simulators.
Cause
Well,
Paul to buy a new computer.
Yeah.
Did you get your sound system working, Paul?
Oh yeah,
All right, guys.
I ended up.
I'll catch up with you guys later. My meeting's going to start.
Okay, John.
All right.
See you, John.
All
Yep.
right, guys. I'll talk.
Yep.
to
I'm
you
going to jump out
later.
too, Paul. So see you, John. See you, Robert.
Okay,
Go
See you.
Hugh. Thanks for coming in.
Robert,
see you
can
guys.
call me anytime or email me anytime. I should get it because I definitely get your emails. So
Okay.
Okay, John. If you get a chance, drop back in.
I will. I'll
Okay.
drop back in if you guys are still live streaming.
Okay.
All right. Bye, everybody in the chat.
So it's you and me, Robert.
It's all us. And no phenomena this morning.
Yeah. Drone shots. How you doing? Yeah, we're here. Well, I got the heads. Did you see? Oh, let me show you. I don't know if you saw it on the internet, Robert.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been on, Paul. And if I don't get better by tomorrow, I don't know if I'll do this job.
Remember these are hats, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I bought on Amazon. They got these little plastic stands you can buy. They're
Yeah.
for like working on wigs or if you want to display a hat or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so they work really good for these guys because then we can do the mana 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 mana. And so it really works well for that.
How's Lynn been?
I haven't talked to her.
Haven't seen her in a while.
I would imagine she's doing okay, but don't know. She's got things she's going through and all part of the process.
Ah. I bought that FPV game for the Xbox,
Oh, did you?
DCL.
Uh-huh.
I'm too old for FPV.
The flipping and the
I-
flopping and all that. Yeah, yeah.
I've tried. It's a pain and it's tough. I think I need either Corey or Furball to show me how to do it. Yeah, this is. I'll show you the Xbox. That's when the game starts up. Shows you that. I mean, it's the audio, their audio and video is really good. I mean, it looks kind of cartoonish, but
Yeah, that's cool.
okay, Paul. But I'll show you real quick. It's flying. I've got it in arcade mode where it takes care of the altitude and all you do is pretty much steer where you want it to go.
Oh.
But it's still a, for an old guy like me, it's
Well,
kind of a pain.
Yesterday, somebody else was on and had it on there,
Yeah.
and they couldn't hardly get it to fly. They were banging into stuff and everything else.
I maybe my settings. I don't know if it's, you know, whatever I'm doing or because they show in the demo how fast it goes, but I can't get it to do anything.
Well, there's no reflexes like an 18-year-old's reflexes, you know?
And they're short. Some of these first ones are short races. And you see, it doesn't seem like it's going that fast, like it would usually show it would go. Oop, and I bounced into the wall.
Hello, Andrew. Good to see you here.
Is that Pooza?
Yep.
Hello, Andrew. See, it says new record. Yeah, that's that.
Well,
Hey, Herman.
You're not doing too bad.
Yeah, but it's controlling the altitude and everything. So, can you hear us, Herman?
Hey, Herman. Hello, hello.
Hello, Mr. Herman.
I think he the other day he had the same like last Monday. I think he had the same problem. Took him a minute or two.
Looks like his
Because I
video's
think
kinda
he's
choppy,
frozen
too.
now.
Excuse me, Paul.
It's okay.
Yep, so I got to get my Mavic Air up and ready to go for tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you said you're supposed to get snow tomorrow, right?
Yes. In fact, right now there's a big weather system just south of you heading our
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be rain, turn to ice tomorrow night, and then over to snow. And originally they said maybe 2 inches. Now they're saying 4 inches, but they said could be more.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay because actually, you know, the weather's been so up and down here. I don't know what. Yeah, you showed me a little bit of your picture out there. Here's the camera.
Yeah, you guys have no snow.
Front of
Wow.
the house. Yeah.
Hello, Paul.
Hey,
Hey,
Herman,
Herman.
how you doing?
I'm good.
Well, the Monday show without Herman Green just isn't a show. Robert and I've been sitting here going, well, where's Herman? Where's Herman?
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Lawrence said he's on his way and he's gonna go flying with you.
Yeah, Yeah, we're supposed to be doing that.
Where's the destination today?
I have no idea. Just so tired of this place. There's no place left to fly. I'm just like ready to just fly things you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like New York City think it's funny that you could put a college campus right on the regular streets. The city is like, wow, right there. Wasn't there a few years ago, but it's there now.
And you can't fly college?
Well, you shouldn't be over college campuses and stuff like that, and train yards. You know, there's people walking down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's makes it kind of challenging for you guys to figure out where to go, huh?
Oh, yeah, but I mean, once you're there, you're there. It's just to figure out what you're going to do. You know, like certain places, been there 2 or 3 times. Like, do I really want to go back there?
Yeah. You want new and exciting places to go.
Yeah, it's like I need to be part travel agent, part bank
Well,
manager.
if you got on the subway right there where you're going to pick Lawrence up, or you're meeting him somewhere.
I'm listening to you. If I got on the subway,
if you were to get on the subway and take it to the end of the line, would it
God
take you out someplace different, or?
Depends on what subway I'm on.
Oh, okay.
It depends on what subway I'm on. I mean, you know, there's different lines, so most of them, like I said, I've been to those places.
Oh, okay.
They can't take me any place other than the 5 boroughs. Well, not really Staten Island, but
So Staten Island's completely off limits?
no, it's not off limits, but they stand alone. You got to cross the bridge to get over there, and I've been there too.
So without driving like to Philadelphia or something like that, it's a bit of a trek.
Well, there's places in Long Island, but the guys in Long Island, I don't know, they seem to own the ground they take off on. Like these, like I could go to one of the airfields and stuff like that, but then these guys in Long Island are not like here in the city where, okay, you know, you pay your dues, you have your card, okay, come on, fly. Long Island, they want me to pay as if I was paying to be a member out there just to fly, and I'm only flying there for the day.
Yeah. But they want you to be a member, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, this is actually the best time to get into like New Rochelle, because New Rochelle, they got their issues too with this nonsense about you have to be a resident of New Rochelle to be in the park.
Oh, it's residents only, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
So they would that would lead me to believe that they're not tourist friendly.
No. Well, if you see the video I did on Five Islands Park, that's a park in New Rochelle. People actually have homes out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why would you have a home in a park? But it's a group of little islands. And their houses are on the islands.
Well, to each their own, I guess, huh? Hey, Furball Kim, how you doing?
I can't see the chat.
Herman Furball's asking you to just take a vacation, come up there by them.
That's not a vacation.
That's a trip.
That's a trip.
That's not a vacation. I mean, leaving the country is a trip too, but you don't. How they say it? I'm not gonna go from the refrigerator to the ice to the freezer.
Yeah.
That's not a vacation. They're snowed in. Every time I talk to them, it's too cold, it's too much snow.
Yeah.
I'm not going up there. You get rid of that first, and I'll come up there.
Yeah, it snows on and off, and I don't think that Herman, you're interested in snowmobiling, are you?
No, I'm interested in the more snow off than on. What's up? What's up?
Yeah, he was on there with Robert earlier.
He's still on with Robert.
What's up, Lawrence?
Robert said, "What's up?" He
What's
can't
up,
hear
Robert?
you because I have the headset on.
Ah,
Well, he'll be jumping on, I would imagine, and then we'll get some of that travel log going.
Just went off right on this fucking street.
I was thinking to go see what your boy was up to.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go over there.
But did you want to check this out? All right.
That could be a nice shot.
Paul, I'm gonna
Yeah,
make me a
Paul.
cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay, Robert.
I'm driving down the streets here, Paul.
Now, how deep's the snow there, Herman?
How deep?
Yeah.
I don't know, about -45. We've gotten less than 5 inches of snow all winter, and I am happy about it.
Hey, there's Lawrence.
What's up, Paul? What's up, Robert?
Hey,
Hello,
another
Lawrence.
deal. Robert went to go get coffee.
I'm
And
gonna go make me.
there he is, Ray himself. Mr. Cool Bick is in the house.
What's up? What's up? So Rob, so
If you seen, what's up? If you saw the videos on Croton, we don't have a problem with water.
definitely not. So Lawrence,
What's good? What's good, Ray?
We don't need all that snow.
They're going flying, Ray.
yeah, I'm flying my damn self. I ain't
Well,
going.
he coming over to you.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we headed over that way.
Okay. I'm here like that warfare.
They're gonna get some boat videos.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know about boat video. We done shot everything all up and down the East Coast. Everything in Coney Island.
That's why when they had that meetup this Sunday, I wasn't flying in IKEA. I mean, that's
Yeah,
my,
Herman told me you and him didn't fly.
Nah. We did what we normally do on the socializing out there. Beautiful day in the air.
Okay.
Beautiful day in the air.
But that video is going to come out pretty good, though, Ray. But meetup.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, nice, man.
Yeah, I got a few shots.
Okay. Oh, this is from the one
I'm
Saturday?
just-
You take some
Yeah,
shots?
I've been losing my mind
Yeah.
on music.
Yo, that's what I do. I have so much music just download. I just download music, and have it. Because when you're looking for something, you're never gonna find it. Just download some stuff and just put it in a folder somewhere, bro.
Yeah, but you got to worry about copyrighting music.
No copyright music on YouTube. Just take it all. Everything that I got is not copyright. And if YouTube plays it, you can post it. You know what I mean? That's what I was told.
Well, not just, you got to be careful because an FTV pilot here in New York had posted something on Facebook with some music and they made him take it down because of copyright infringement.
Okay.
So Facebook is starting to do that filtering too.
Okay.
Well, I have a few different places, and I download a whole lot of music. is sometimes it's just to find what appeals
Right.
to you for that.
Right.
that,
Exactly.
that
For that video. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a crap load of music too. And to be honest, I downloaded certain songs to go with certain videos that I had in mind. And certain types of music that I have would not go with me cruising down the beach. You know,
Yeah.
it might have to do with the hustle and bustle of the city, you know, rush hour traffic, you know, something high tempo like that.
One of y'all got to turn your phone down. One of y'all.
Yeah. One of you, yeah, because we're getting the echo back between you and
Oh,
her.
you know what it is? Because we're both sitting next to each other.
Because there's
Oh.
no volume coming through the phone. I got my headset on.
Me too.
Yeah, but you both got microphones.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, one of us gonna have to sit in the back of the car then. This ain't gonna work.
It's better now, though. It's better.
Or turn the volume down. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear a double echo.
So get out of here with that snowball.
You got. Yeah, you guys haven't had a chance to have a snowball fight or anything there.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
That's
the
okay.
children.
I mean, I feel bad. You guys are kind of missing out.
No, we're not.
We didn't miss a damn thing.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling bad that you guys are missing out. You don't get out to fly.
Yeah.
You don't get out to fly.
Roger don't even get out the house.
Oh yeah, Roger it's funny because it's too cold for Roger to fly. It's too much snow for Roger to fly. But he says, I gotta go and take the car to the car wash.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like, are you kidding me? You just want to drive.
That's it. He loves that new car.
That's awesome.
I think he goes out and hugs it at night.
He
Goes out, tucks it in.
might wink. He might look out the window and wink at it too.
Yep.
I have my Bluetooth headset down as far as I can get
I
it.
just turn the volume
I
down
just have to speak softer.
and see how that works.
It's beautiful here in New York.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
What kind of temperature?
It's gonna be like 60 degrees,
It's
57.
like 50-something degrees today.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, we got here
Yeah,
yesterday.
You're missing out.
Robert, did you get warm weather yesterday?
Well, we consider warm weather, yes.
Yeah, it got
What's
up
that?
to like 52 degrees here yesterday.
It was 40
Yeah?
degrees yesterday.
Yeah. And one of the only reasons it did was as one of the few days as I can remember. It's like right now there is no wind whatsoever. And
So
it's
you
been
got
that
rid of
way
the snow
for
then?
last 24 hours. Oh wow, there you go. There's the travel log. Here we go.
We're not passing nothing important yet. We got to get out of this particular neighborhood.
So you got rid of all the snow then, Paul?
Yeah, pretty much.
You'll get more tomorrow.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to rain, ice, and snow.
That don't make no sense.
I keep telling the weather god, you know, we want to share it with our brothers in New York, you know?
That's all right.
It's all right. Centroid and them will take all you got.
Yep. Upstate New
There's,
York.
there's the front camera right there out there. You can see it.
Centroid,
Not
Mike
Oh, wow, the ground's clear.
Yep.
they'll take all the snow you got for them. And then some.
Well, Centroid said he was going to send you some,
It's not happening.
but he said he was waiting for your address, and for some reason he told me he says Herman won't send me his address.
He didn't get the email?
No.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. Tell him to email it to me.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, New York City has a force field against snow this year.
Well, whatever
We had
you
5
got,
inches.
you guys
We had
should
5
sell
inches
it to
the
other
whole
communities.
winter, dude.
The hell
Yep.
was that about?
Can't drive. It looked like he was trying to
What?
sideswipe your fender.
On April, watch.
And I would have had it on video too. And we had witnesses.
Mhm.
What do you say, Ray?
It's gonna snow on Easter Sunday. Watch.
See, these are the dudes that I don't like talking to.
Okay.
It's gonna snow on Easter Sunday.
How many years I got you an age? I've seen this.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man.
These are the guys I'd rather not have conversation.
A blizzard on Easter Sunday when I was living in Brownsville. Easter.
Yeah, that was then. This is
We
now.
not talking
And global
1942.
warming is a lot worse now, bro. Lot worse.
Trust me.
Michael
Trust me.
Manny, how you
You'll
doing,
be in
Michael?
shorts on Easter.
Exactly. In your school clothes.
You'll be in shorts on Easter.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna get one, then that's gonna be it.
Nah, we good.
We done for the season.
We good. If you ain't bringing now, don't bother. The stores has already got shorts in the window.
Yep, that's true. Already seeing shorts and bikinis in the window.
Really?
You know they start 6 months out. Yeah, here in New York, every 6 months is the next
they
holiday
already
coming
brought
up.
in the spring clothes.
Yeah.
Spring clothes already in the store. They ain't
Wow.
got. You can't even. I mean, you could probably find boots because a lot of stores is like, damn, we bought all these boots and couldn't sell them this year.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, see, now is the time to buy your winter stuff.
didn't break it up. I remember I spoke about you and to him about that. So you can ask Joe about that. I sent the chippy right there.
Oh, sound like Ray outside.
Yeah, he's telling somebody. Furball Kim says hi to Ray and Lawrence and Herman.
What's up, Puddle Jumper? How are you, Puddle Jumper?
Puddle Jumper. That's awesome.
What's up? Well, you can't call him Furball Kim because he's not coughing up fur balls anymore from smoking.
Maybe out over there use the bathroom. Nobody really uses that bathroom.
And since him and Val are an item,
Yeah,
and she's AKA Puddles, I call him Puddle Jumper.
yeah.
That could be taken several different ways, Lawrence.
Well, see, there's always an innuendo in there somewhere.
Well, here, Lawrence, you can come here and fly all around this stuff if you want.
You know what? I really need some new spots to fly.
Well, he's showing you his backyard with all the snow.
That's okay. You can keep it there. I can fly from inside the house. I'm surprised you haven't tried it.
Oh, I've been there, done that.
In fact, he's got a job coming up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's got a real estate job tomorrow.
There we go.
We got to shoot inside and outside.
No, just outside. It's a 260-acre farm.
Okay.
So they want all of the outbuildings, and the back of the property borders a river, so they want some.
Interesting.
They want pictures or video.
She said video too, but I don't know what she wants videoed. I think
I would shoot it all as video and just give it to him. In other words,
and then they can screen grab whatever they want.
yeah, exactly. In fact, you ought to tell her that you need a card and let them have the card, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing like morning
Or
traffic.
you could buy the card and just put it in the price.
Yeah.
There you go.
True.
Put it on the invoice.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Your cost plus the next card that you're going to get for yourself.
In fact, that's what I do with all of the cheap little 16 gig and little 8 gig old cards that I have. I give them to customers.
Charge them $100 for the card.
Hey, I got to get my SD cards back somehow.
You know what I need to do is go by Brooklyn Stitch.
That's the okay.
Stitch.
I'm guessing.
Away.
I'm guessing that in New York, people use a lot of the horns on their vehicles, right?
Oh, you hear? Well, believe it or not, it's a stereotype. you expect to hear a lot of horns. It's certain neighborhoods where people can't drive, which is all over. I guess. I guess you're right. Well,
There's an area in every borough where people can't drive.
true.
Well,
Oh.
what do you notice when you get to those areas? You start seeing more cars banged up, or what?
More minivans.
Yeah.
I get more minivans than anything.
The soccer moms.
There you go.
I'm over by Kent and Flushing.
I see right where you at.
Okay. So you know what I got to deal with over here.
Exactly.
School bus and non-driving drivers.
Remember, this is the first day back from school, bro. So it's crazy today. Traffic is bananas.
I thought they went back to school yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. Today's the first day.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the people over here. I thought they went back
Oh.
to school yesterday.
Oh yeah, they started yesterday. Yeah, around here.
Well, that yesterday was Sunday. They go to
But
school
our
on
locals
Sunday.
started today.
Mhm.
Yes. The Jewish community goes to school on Sunday here in New York.
Oh.
In fact, they go to school 6 days a week.
I promise I will.
It's a dominantly Jewish neighborhood we're driving through now, but they go to school on Sunday.
I want to know what they're putting up over here.
I know, right? These cranes right here.
Well, actually,
Or like-
they're just doing the demo
They're
right
driving
now.
the pile.
They're
Yeah,
doing a
the
demo?
other one's a pile driver. And both of them are pile. Okay.
Ray says it's a demo.
Yeah, all they doing
They're
is demo right now.
driving
They
piles.
have to do soil samples and stuff. Make sure they can build there before it's sink. You know.
Yeah.
That's
Because
the
see, the
direct-
one in the
Driving
the one in the
pile.
background there is a pile driver, and the other one looks like it's testing for holes or
Yeah.
it's
They
testing.
test.
Yeah.
They test. Make sure they can put pressure on it. A lot of pressure. Make sure it don't sink over there.
Well, that's what they do out where I live, being that Rockaway's a sandbar. Before they
Exactly.
build anything, the guys come and they drill 6-inch holes in the ground and go down about 100 feet to
Mm-hmm.
see if
Where the
there's any
bedrock's
voids
at.
and stuff.
With a bedrock. Exactly, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, they got 2 pile drivers and something else. All right. I didn't see that one way over in the corner there. Way over there.
Mm-hmm.
They building so much in New York now.
And that's going to increase flooding in basements. It's going to increase everything. That's crazy because that was a gas station right there.
It used to be.
Yeah, you're going to make the left right there and get on the BQ. I see where you're going.
Yep.
Moving.
It's the BQE like usual.
Somebody dropped a bunch of
Yeah.
gravel.
Get
Yeah.
off, don't get off at Atlanta Gap. I'm trying to get off before. And right
Furball
under
You heard that, Herman?
Furball
What
Kim
happened?
says.
I
Furball
said,
Kim
get off.
says you tell him, Vic. You tell him.
tell him. Right underneath, man. Don't get off the first exit. You could.
You know, I'm so desperate to fly off. I could fly from this truck right now. Right along the BQE. Stay a couple of blocks ahead of me. Avoid the highway signs, and I'm good.
Yeah, but nice shot too. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's one case where you could launch the Skydio 2 and just drive along.
Mhm.
Oh no. Skydio 2 might not fly in New York with all this pollution. This truck next to us is killing us now with fumes. There we go.
I remember
We're
that
past
scene.
them.
I remember that scene from the last time, a week ago, when you guys went out to Coney Island.
Yeah,
Right.
same path.
Yeah, most of the roads you either go north or south in New York.
Hey, stop at
Everything in
Nathan's and get us some
between is-
dogs.
Robert said,
Everything
"Stop and
else
get
in
some
between.
dogs."
Yeah, this is the Brooklyn Navy Yard that we passed the other day, last time.
Yep.
The Freedom Tower is over there hiding behind these buildings, but. So how long are you going to be on, Paul?
Well, till probably noon, if everybody
Okay.
sticks around.
Well, I'm not going to let you guys kill my phone like you did before.
Well, how come you're not carrying a power brick?
Because that's extra weight, and I shouldn't have to. My phone should last me the whole day that I'm out until I get back in.
That sound good.
Now Herman's got a charger in the car.
There you go.
What you doing in that lane, big boy?
He'll force everyone away from him when you got to make a turn.
He's supposed to be in this middle lane.
Yeah, he ain't supposed to be over there.
Oh, there's the Freedom Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Right over here. Right
Yep.
there. Let me see if I can zoom in. When I zoom in, I notice the picture lags. It lags a little. There we go.
Here it is.
Right, so I just put it back to normal view. To hell with it. When we gonna fly these babies, Ray? See the twins
yeah.
right there?
Yeah, I got him. Let's get him. They downtown.
Yeah, that's where we are.
Mhm.
But those two twins right there, I would like to fly those two.
Well, the one on the left, that's
Well,
what that's
those two
that before. Right, that's that new building down by J Street down there.
Okay.
Can you fly there or no?
Yeah, I fly there all the time.
Yeah,
I
you
flew-
can
I flew
fly
all
there.
Okay. That's right.
All this area is flyable. It's
The
not.
Navy-
It's
Is the Navy Yard flyable?
what
Yeah.
happened.
Right,
Is
to
the
take
Navy
you.
Yard flyable?
Yeah.
It's we've flown the Navy Yard without any problem. Yeah. At nighttime, daytime.
It's not in controlled airspace.
House was gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
None of this over here is in controlled airspace.
I actually got plans for the Navy Yard for this year.
Nah, it's those people greedy for
I'm
money.
going to go into the Navy Yard.
God, it's
Shots.
but that's the price of it is
Man, nobody gonna pay for that, man.
crazy, yo.
There's no Barbie doing all
I'm
of it.
going to go into the Navy Yard and get shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, for everybody that just might have joined us, this is Herman, Phantom Flight 101 and Novice Squads Lawrence are heading in what city you in right
Get it
now?
out your mouth. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. They're in Brooklyn. They're heading, they don't know where they're heading, but they're heading somewhere.
We're headed to go hang out with Ray.
Okay, they're heading for Ray's place.
Everything. You know, you gotta be a treat everything up.
Now, how far away would you be from Ray right now?
Yeah, not that far.
It's just the traffic, as you see. Just traffic is.
Well, you
Remember, I
can
told you,
Every,
depending on the time.
well you can tell that these guys are from New York because no matter when you ask how far it is, not too far, not too far.
Oh, Paul, you want to come out here to eat?
yeah, man.
It's Brooklyn, so they're going to make you wait. Why? Because it's Brooklyn.
That's true. But the food is good.
Yeah, I got you. Order. Don't worry about it. It's coming. It's
By
coming.
the time dessert gets there.
Yeah, right.
Oh, so there is no fast service when you go to eat?
There is. It's
There
just
is.
there
It's just
are.
like if you go to a good restaurant, you know,
You're
not
gonna
like
wait. McDonald's.
not like a name brand restaurant, but a good restaurant where you sit down and have a meal. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's coming.
Yeah, they want you to sit there and take your time and have a few drinks and
You know,
know.
if Tony and them take you to a place, don't worry about it. It's coming. Don't worry about it.
What are we
Herman
doing?
under his breath. Herman under his breath. I can almost hear it now. It says, sometime today would be nice.
No, see, that's why you pregame
No,
and
but
you eat a sandwich before you go. Not a sandwich, a sandwich.
You know,
Salmon.
Paul, I'm a member of this club in my union, right? And these guys they said, we're going out for the guys have a night out. I'm like, all right, no problem. Where we going? So we went to this place called Two Toms. Okay. Run by these two guys named Tom. So they got all this wine flowing. And then they bring in some food, and then you wait a little while longer. Bring some more wine. So they bring some more wine, and you got the bread, and you just more wine and more wine. I'm like, yo, I'm kind of getting a little tipsy here. Where's the food? Oh, don't worry about it. It's coming. Enjoy the wine.
So they keep you there for quite a while then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you wait.
I'm trying to show you guys the Brooklyn Bridge, but this truck is in the way. Perfectly. There we
Oh,
go.
yeah, there's
There
the
we go.
Brooklyn Bridge.
Infamous Brooklyn Bridge. And police helicopter flying above is also.
Yep.
But we gave you guys this tour the last time.
Yeah.
New
So
to
now,
me.
You get on it.
where Cool Bic is, where Ray is that closer to Coney Island where you're headed, or do you make a different turn?
It kind of is, and it isn't. But we're not that far from him now.
Yeah.
We're not that far from him now.
We're just passing the exit for Atlantic Avenue now,
Well, here'd be a great place for you to insert that. It's not too far now. It's not too far.
So,
Just around the corner.
Yeah.
let's put it this way. It's not that far.
Oh, you're cutting out, Herman.
Or
Yeah,
we would have been there already.
Yeah.
You didn't ask what time. You asked how much further.
Distance-wise, you're almost there.
Well,
Time-wise.
and the thing of it is, if somebody asks you what time, I can only imagine that you say, "Don't worry about it."
That shit got a lot of fucking rebar is what it's got.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of rebar in this park too. But you take off from the corner under a tree, they know exactly where you are in this park. And I only know because 2 years ago I tried to take off in the grass, like I was sitting there reading a book. The Parks Department, no scooter came out of nowhere and came straight to me. Now mine says connected. Why am I having a connection issue?
Because he was messing with it with the park.
Oh, see?
He's talking about the park.
Lawrence's speaker is off, and we're hearing him through yours.
He was talking bad about the park, so it kicked him out.
Oh, okay.
Don't try this at home, boys and girls. Get past that truck. What happened? Go back to the Zoom meeting. It's in your email.
Rigor Mortis said that the Brooklyn Bridge always reminds him of Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever,
Yeah.
different bridge.
Okay, here we go. I'm back. I don't know what the hell there, but some of the drone tech there that it interfered with my phone.
Yep. Now you're out again.
See how traffic is loosening up. You remember those cranes we drove past last time? Well, that's where Ray is. Remember?
I think you disappeared again.
Yep.
I disappeared again?
Yeah.
Now, I'm on screen here.
Well, the
Okay.
the video is good. It's just the
Video's
sound.
there.
Your video was there. It was good.
Well, he's got his mic shut off, Paul.
Oh, your mic is shut off?
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Well, I was saying, remember where we pointed out those cranes?
Right?
If we were going to Coney Island, we would still be up there,
Oh,
up top
okay.
there.
Look out. Madman coming.
Yeah, it technically isn't really far. It's just that if there's traffic or not. If there's traffic, traffic will add 15, 20 minutes to a ride.
There's Raymond.
Yeah,
If you're going to
Ray
Coney
is-
Island, we would have stayed on the highway.
Ray's back.
I'm back. Hey, hello, good
Where'd
morning.
you go?
And Ray's
Where'd you
gone.
go?
Fellas, I got these guys coming to break that concrete.
Hendry Street.
What's the name of that street, Herman?
It's Henry,
Henry
but he
Street.
says Hendry. This
Henry.
guy's really going to try and park like that. Really, see, this is what you go through here in New York. You think he would have put his bumpers on, his lights on, to let us know he wanted to turn or park. No, he'll just stop short in front of you and expect you to back up.
Well, he's parking on a hydrant. Now, look at this. Instead of these guys going around the truck,
They're going to wait for the truck to go. Non-drivers.
don't tell me this guy hit the truck.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, you're gonna be stuck
We're not
there
getting
now.
out of here now.
Oh, no, he's blocking the. How do you put your.
Car in
This
front
is
of the
why I
truck.
don't. This is why I don't do this, Paul.
Oh, now he's giving the truck a chance to move.
This is why I don't.
He actually stopped in front of the truck.
No, he was blocking the street. The truck couldn't get by him
Wow.
because he couldn't pull over. He had to just pull up.
Yo, next time that's the Basin guy. You're up West Ninth right now. Tell his name is Paulie driving that truck. Tell him that racer get the freak out of the way.
It's not him.
It's not the truck driver. It was the knucklehead who decided to park almost in the middle of the street, parallel park almost
Bro,
in the
you know
middle of
how
the street.
these new drivers, they don't pull up. They don't pull over, they pull up.
Yeah, those are old drivers. Those not new drivers.
No, those are new drivers.
They're new to the country.
They're making their old new rules.
Yeah.
You gotta pull over.
See, it's kind of hard to follow driving rules when you come from a country where you can drive on both sides of the road.
Yeah. You got parking no line, no lanes in the road.
Yeah, yeah. The car's in the way, you go on the other side of the road.
Make that left right there. Make that left.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Coming
Get out
through
the way.
lot of gun battles right there on that street right there, baby.
Yeah, this is Red Hook, Brooklyn.
Oh,
That is the terror.
When I was little, if I knew someone from Red Hook,
on that side block. Mhm.
I didn't go visit them.
you didn't go visit anybody in Red
If I
Hook?
had friends from Red Hook, I didn't go to Red Hook. I was told stay the hell out of Red Hook.
One way in, one way out.
Yep.
And when you run into them projects, they all look alike. So you're gonna be running in circles.
Wow.
Yeah, they're big. What do they have, like 30-something buildings?
More than that, man. It's like over 100-some buildings out there. You got
Oh,
30 buildings just
see.
on Columbia Street, where you were just at. You got 30 buildings right there.
Oh, they do.
Right,
all
this
look alike.
intersection.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't find your way around here.
That's it.
Best thing to do is run in the street and yell, "Help me, help me."
There's something to eat right there. The chicken sandwich. The chicken sandwich.
Now, you remember the IKEA cranes
Yeah.
I did an IKEA crane video
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Well, that's a giant crane down there in the street we're coming up on. That's one of the cranes. Those cranes have been there, I think, from like the 1800s.
Yep, they've been there.
Now
They
they're
used to-
pieces of art.
Yep, they used to use those to pull the ships out of the water.
Wow.
Yeah, now they're pieces of art.
Yeah, because Paul, IKEA is built on a graving dock. That was the last graving dock in New York City. One of the last graving docks was a big turmoil when we were trying to build IKEA. A lot of people didn't want them to destroy the dock over there because they would say that big ships were going to come back to New York City, need to be repaired. But we know that wasn't going to happen. Because they were just trying to shoot the project.
Oop, we lost Ray.
Yeah, you got to.
So you guys are getting close
Yeah,
to
the same
race?
thing happened with Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, we're right around the corner from it. We're actually on their, coming up on their property. This low building on the left side is
Yeah.
all the property. All of this over here, everything that you see over here. Raise the man up.
Hey, you know, I don't miss all that.
Raise the
traffic.
man. What happened?
I don't miss all that traffic that you guys have.
If we got traffic, you got snow.
It's not so bad.
See, New York Harbor, all these boats out there.
Oh yeah,
You'd have fun out there,
But
Paul.
Ray's right here.
yeah, yeah. I recognize that.
Oh, in that direction, Statue of Liberty. Cranes in the background.
Yep,
Yeah, those are all pieces of art.
and they're
I
really
think he was
old.
pointing that way.
Yeah.
That's IKEA Park.
The callback's right up. No such thing as IKEA Park.
Well, yeah. You have a valid
Right.
point there.
Yeah, it's like
New
Robert.
York City
New
water,
York City
New
water,
York
old
City
geese.
water taxis.
And there goes the dirty old geese in the water right there,
Oh, yeah.
making the water green.
Well, goose poop is some really big poop. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, turns the water green.
Or at
All right,
least the
let's
bottom.
see.
Hey, Sam Hayden says hello to everybody. He's sitting at the airport and waiting to go back to Arizona.
Okay. Where was he at again?
He's at the airport going back to Arizona. He was down in southern Illinois with his
Thank you,
honey,
Paul.
with his
Illinois.
honey for the weekend.
Yeah, you can't get any more East River than this. Well, New York Harbor than this. All the New York City water taxis. NYPD also comes in here to dock too.
You know
And
what's
they
funny?
come and take their lunch break.
I think it needs like
And
another 2 to 3
NYPD
more hours.
boats. What happened?
I think the skies out here needs another 2 to 3 more hours.
I just go based on
What's
what they
good,
showed
Ray?
the report.
All right,
Burn off
bro.
this haze.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm gonna show you guys something. I'll show you how close we are to the Statue of Liberty now. Morning. All right. We just drove into this development, right? And birds, it's because this wall has nothing but birds living inside it.
Oh, really?
I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear all the
yeah,
tweets.
this whole wall, there's
That
little
wall.
holes.
And Paul, that wall is like the how could I say the survival of the fittest. The
Yeah.
smaller birds go in there and they make their nest in there, and then the bigger birds will come along and clean them out, and then the
New
hawk will
York
come and
water
clean them
taxi.
out.
Yeah, there's a water
It's the
taxi.
kind of ferries that I take from my house to come over here by Ray. But here in the background, if
There she
I
is.
can't zoom anymore,
Statue.
is the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, with the helicopter coming into scene. It's a tourist copter. He's probably going to do a loop around it a couple of times and then go back. But all of this over here, the Ray usually has us flying from here. But I don't know if you can see the wall here. I'm
Yeah.
trying to show the birds are coming in and out. Like Herman said, the big predatory birds come and snatch them out the holes. Let me see if I stop moving. Yeah, you can see them flying back and forth every now and then across the screen because they're actually the same color as the wall. So unless they move, you can't see them. But you can hear them.
Oh yeah, you can hear them. What kind of birds are they?
Anyway, they look like little sparrows, a type of a
Sparrows?
species of sparrow.
Mm.
But they hang on the walls, they climb in all the holes. Hold on, I'll show you two right here. If I can zoom in. Of course, they went in the wall. But yeah. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here, guys.
Okay.
You
Hey,
guys
Lord.
have fun.
Have fun
Thank
you.
flying.
Thanks for the travel log, and you guys have a good flight.
Hope so. All right, everybody have a good one.
Okay, we'll see ya.
Later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Adios. Oh, well, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to see. I'd go crazy in a city like that.
Traffic would kill me.
Oh.
I can't take traffic.
I don't have much hair now, but I wouldn't have any if I had to go across town.
Yeah, like us, I live out in the rural area.
Yeah.
We see two people or two cars on the road, and we're like, "What the hell's going on?"
Traffic jam. Yeah.
Traffic jam.
Yep. Yeah, I get it, but I guess you get used to what you get used to, Robert.
Yeah.
If you grew up.
Yeah, imagine if I grew up
those
in New York.
Yeah, all of those guys grew up in New York.
Yeah.
And they go out into the countryside once in a while, but they always migrate back to New York because that's there's no place like home. Why?
JDS says Paul's having a special guest tonight. Chrissy is coming on board after 5 p.m. sometime to say hello.
Chrissy is JDS's little friend.
I like the way you put that, Paul.
Yeah, it's his little friend, and
Yeah.
She comes out to play when JDS is not prevalently there.
Mm. Yeah, have a safe flight, Sam. Hope you don't have any
what time's
crying babies on your flight.
Yeah, Sam, what time's your flight?
Belleville, Illinois. I know exactly where he's at.
Yep. So anyway, Roger's off doing his taking care of business, and so he asked us to be on today, and here we are. And Roger is going to be on later this afternoon, so just tune in for that. Sam's at the airport. In about an hour, he's going to be boarding his flight and winging back to Arizona. I would imagine going west, he probably isn't going to lose a lot of time. You know, if leaving Illinois would be about 10, I think it's about 10:10 there, right?
Yeah.
And if he boards about 11:10, by the time it takes off, it'd be 11:30, quarter to noon. He should get back there in about 2 hours, right? Back
Yeah.
to Arizona. Yeah.
Well, that depends on if it's a direct flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to take me a cramp on that today, Paul.
Well, here's what happened to me. You know, I sleep in a lazy boy, right? And it's one of those power lazy boys that if you can't get up, it'll stand you up, you know?
Right.
And so it's like 3:10 in the morning. All of a sudden it goes boom, boom. And the back turns like this. And so it's like, so here at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm up trying to figure out what the hell's the matter with the chair. So I sit on the end of the couch, put the electric blanket over me, and I get another couple hours sleep until it gets halfway decent light. So then I says, I got to figure out what's wrong with that chair, because, you know, to replace that is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so I tilt it over and I get looking underneath, and it's got these 2 L brackets on each side of the back.
Yeah.
And it has 2 bolts in here in the top, 2 bolts in the bottom, going through the frame and through the to hold it in place.
Right.
And one of the heads of one of the bolts sheared off, causing it to
tilt. Yeah.
Tilt. So I spent from 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, until just before coming on here, trying to get that friggin' bolt out of there so that I could go to the hardware store after here and get
Go
another
get a new one.
because it's got to be a hardened bolt, which is what if it isn't, shame on them. But because it sheared the head off, Robert, the shaft was still in there. I could get the nut came off,
right?
But I had to get vice grips and all kinds of things to try and I had to slowly spin it out, because I'm wondering, might be just a case of the wood has threads
in it, yeah,
or it's got one of those metal inserts into the wood where the threads go through it.
Might have a nut plate in it. Yeah,
I had to work that baby out of there.
Is it a lazy boy?
No, I had lazy boys, but this is actually I bought this from my dad and he barely used it. He died after I bought it. I don't know, I think I paid $1,800 or $1,900 for the thing.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
No. And in fact, here, I'll show you the bolts. It just, I've got a bolt, how should I say?
Hey, Paul, you see who's in the chat?
Who's in the chat? Oh, there he is. Okay, Robert, are you ready?
Yeah, we did it earlier for you, Mana, but you weren't on yet.
Mana. 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 This phenomenon moment brought to you by Rojo Robert Stanton. So anyway,
things are good, Sam. Battling a cold right now, but it's all going good.
If you can see it, here's the head that snapped off.
Yeah.
Because the bracket was right in that width. And here is That's what the bolt originally looked like. And you can see I had to gnaw the hell out of that thing
Mm-hmm.
to
it
get
out of
this
there.
out.
Wow.
Because it was into about there. And then it had this nut on it like this.
Yeah.
And so once I took that off, it was still in there. And I thought I even took like a punch and tried to punch it through. Nope,
It wouldn't go through, huh?
Nope. Wouldn't go through. So I had to grab it with vice grips, work it around, work it around, work it around, work it around till it came out.
Huh.
But I wanted to save this because that's the size bolt I want to get. So I want to walk into the hardware store and get me another bolt. So that's
Should
the
be able
plan.
to find some.
That's the plan. Do you know what they say about the best laid plans, right? I'll probably go down there and say, oh, that's, and I know it's metric because I had to use a metric wrench on the end of it. It's a number 11 is the head.
Just
So
find
I
the
don't
right
know
thread, though.
what that means in essence, you know, to replace the whole bolt.
Yeah.
But I figure if I take it down, they'll be able to figure it out.
They should be able to find you something to get you through.
Yeah, but I want to make sure it's hardened because I don't want to.
Yeah, that didn't look like it would. That looks like just an aluminum bolt to me.
It's metal, regular metal,
Oh, okay. All right.
and it's a little weighty, so it
Yeah.
isn't light. So while I'm gonna do that, obviously I went and checked the other 4 bolts,
Mm-hmm.
and they were a little loose, so I tightened up the other ones.
Okay.
And then that might be something I might want to check every 6 months or something, you know?
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, Paul. I'm not that entertaining today.
Hey, that's okay. It's you're doing fine.
I just want to kick this cold.
Yeah, that's not good. You know, that brings up the other topic. I don't know about, I am mildly, not really concerned, but mildly concerned about this new coronavirus because now
Yeah.
they're finding more and more of it in the U.S.
Hmm.
Latest reports I saw is up to they think that maybe up to 1,100 people might have it in the U.S. now.
How many?
1,100,
Really?
because I guess it really spreads fast.
Huh.
You know, last week or was it 10 days ago, they said there was only 7.
Right.
Well, the problem you have is that other people could have been infected way before they ever started to screen for that coming back.
Yeah.
Then they got into the population and they started spreading it. And
Yeah, they say it could have an incubation time of what, 2 weeks?
yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to stay out of Chinese restaurants for a while. But that, you know, that's kind of a joke because it could be anywhere, you know.
Yeah, it could be anywhere. Yeah. Nice one, Sam. Said,
Yeah, I thought about that too, Sam. Replacing
last one was maybe.
all of them. But what I want to do is the guys down. I'm, you know, maybe they don't know, but I've got a not a small hardware store, but a hardware store in town here, where they seem to know what they're talking about, but you never know. They're just probably more clerking than anything.
Yeah. Just matching the threads would be the main thing.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I want to do. They should be able to do it on the end of this because I can take the original.
I'll take the bolt in, yeah, or the nut
original-
in, yeah.
Original nut, and it screws right on. Yeah. Exactly. Well, how are we doing? How many people are on here? Do you think we should call it a day or what? 12 people watching. And I know you're not feeling well, Robert.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say bye to everybody. And thanks for coming in. And Roger will be on later this afternoon. So watch for that. And thanks for coming in. And I want to thank Robert for coming on. And John DiNardo was on earlier. And of course, our New York connection, Herman and Lawrence, also known as Phantom Flight 101, and Novice Quads for showing us a little bit of New York City.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yes, it was a great time. So everybody, you take care, and until next time, we'll see you. And just remember that fly straight, fly within the regulations, and we will see everybody soon.
Adios, everybody.